Hello, hello. How are we doing today, everybody? I hope you're well. I'm really excited because today we're going to be doing a podcast episode, the first podcast episode of the year. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue twisted, but I'm very excited. We have the content creators here today. Sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. Hello, my name is Morbid Mind. You can call me Morbid or Morbs. I'm the CEO here at Xzile Esports, but I won't be the one leading the podcast today. No, for the first time, we're going to have somebody else leading the podcast. Miss Milky, our content creator manager, will be leading the podcast, so I'm very excited to have her. If you're new here, we are an esports org that runs tournaments. We represent competitive teams, we represent content creators, and we love to do things for the community, like charity events, community nights, movie nights. But another thing that's super important to us is mental health. And so we love to sit and talk and get to know people and share their stories with everybody. So we're really excited to just kind of sit down and chat a little bit more about life and all the, great things about that. And yeah, we're super excited. I'm sure I'll go on a little bit of a rant later on more about Xzile, but until then, we're going to bring on Miss Milky so she can go ahead and chat with you guys. I'm Ari's biggest fan. Welcome. Also, just some disclaimers. I will be looking at chat a little bit, muting in the Discord, and talking a little bit more to chat. Not everybody will be able to see and communicate and discuss things with chat. If you have a question, please ask and I'll try to get back to you when there's an appropriate time. If at any point you feel like sharing some insight or feel like reflecting on anything about you, know that I'll read your comment, but I may not read your name, just because we do upload these episodes to YouTube and potentially to Spotify at some point. So if I don't read your name, it's just because I want to make sure you're safe and we're all, feel comfortable to come here and chat and talk about life and not have any of those things carried on with our name somewhere else. So yeah, welcome everybody, all of Ari's fans. All of Ari's friends, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it. Alright, let me... let me go ahead and switch over so we can say hello to Miss Milky. Let me switch my scenes first. Woohoo! Alright. Alright, hello Miss Milky, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, the floor is yours. I've already given some ground rules, just some reminders of what we're here for today, so if you want to go ahead and do your intro, you're good to go.
Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you everybody in the chat and, on stream watching and being here for supporting us. I just want to say thanks to our CCs. I was really excited to have our first podcast of 2025 be about you guys. We got some exciting times ahead, woohoo. But I just wanted to say, as key members of the Xzile organization, that we truly do appreciate your hard work and dedication. We know that you guys balance a lot between school, work, family, friends, while also giving back to the community that you created through your content. Xzile is committed to supporting creators passionate about gaming and content creation or fostering safe, inclusive environments. And we also want to make sure we're amplifying the importance of your dreams and contributions. And we are excited to hear your stories, insight, and any upcoming announcements you have for 2025 on your content. Let's also first start off with doing some introductions. Let's go kind of starting at the top. I see Ari. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi everybody, I'm Ari. My Twitch name is Ari Dulce, and I am a variety streamer.
Awesome. Chaos.
Hey guys, I'm Chaos, or Chaos Sucks, or Chaos Sucks. I mostly play Apex, but trying out other games, and yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and Blade?
Hello, I'm Blade. I used to play a lot of games, but at this point, I pretty much exclusively stream Marvel Rivals. That's about it.
Got it. Okay. And Soda?
Hello, I'm Soda. I'm a streamer who streams. I will play anything, but I like to rage on Valorant.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks again for coming in and talking with everybody, or with other CCs, and we're gonna dive in now to the first segment of questions. We're gonna kind of start about the journey for you guys going all the way back into gaming itself, and then we'll move into streaming. So, if you guys wanted to share what inspired you, or what motivated you, or what why gaming, and then why streaming. So, whoever wants to take off can go first.
I can take off.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I started gaming when I was little. My father was the one that got me into gaming. He got me the Game Boy Color with the Pokemon Yellow edition as a gift when I was like 3 years old. And I also played Tomb Raider on PlayStation 1. So ever since then, I played video games. And my love for Tomb Raider and Pokemon has existed since then as well. Excuse me. As far as streaming goes, I started streaming back when COVID started. I know that I had friends that would stream just for fun. I was like, oh, that seems fun. Like I wanna get into that.
Right.
I did it for fun at first. Like I wasn't very consistent. Like I would start the game and I'm like, oh, maybe I should start streaming now. And then I would just start streaming straight off my console. But as time passed, I saw how there were different opportunities with streaming, and I made more streamer friends, and how cool it was to have like your own community and to have your own brand and everything. And I wanted that for myself. I thought it was a very cool thing to, make a brand for yourself, have your own thing, have your own community, and stream different games. I'm started playing Apex when I started streaming. But I also I would also stream horror games here and there because people just enjoy my reactions when I stream horror games.
Dead by Daylight, or what was your favorite?
Well, I started the very first horror game that I played on stream was Outlast. And then after that, I think it was one about a baby, and like he was Among the Sleep. I think it was the name of the game. But yeah, I would play horror games here and there. I haven't played horror games in a while because I'm a scaredy cat, but like that's coming back this year. I'm gonna start streaming horror games again, so that'll be fun. But yeah, that's really what got me into streaming was seeing everybody with their own communities and the different cool things that you can do with Twitch. I only was streaming from my console. But once you see all the different cool things and transitions and it's just everything looked really cool to me, and I wanted that for myself, so that's why I started streaming.
Not just going from a black screen to just live or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's very cool. Okay. Anybody else want to go next, or do you mind if I call on somebody, or is anybody like me?
I can connect.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the first game I ever got was Pokemon Emerald, so I guess pretty close there, maybe a couple generations apart. But that, and I think I also played Sly Cooper on the PlayStation 1, and those two definitely got me hooked onto gaming for the rest of my life.
Nice.
And as far as streaming goes, kind of the same deal with me. Like it was the middle of the start of the pandemic, and I was already playing Valorant like 6 hours a day, and I was like, might as well, make something out of this, or try to. And then I went on from there. I quit, and I came back, and here I am now.
Here you are now. Yeah. I like it. Soda, do you want to go next?
Sure. I guess we're just all Pokemon fans, but the only difference is I still have my Game Boy hot pink color with Pokemon Red.
Yeah.
And I still play it. But I'm also obsessed with Tomb Raider, but that's because I thought she was hot.
Valid.
But my reason for streaming though is it sucks a little bit. I got cheated on by my ex, and then she left me, and I kind of just ended up discovering VTubers through it. And then I was like, ooh, I like this because a lot of them are very unhinged. And I was like, oh, it's my people. So I just started streaming, and then I started with PNG, but then I realized I really, really wanted a VTuber, so I just been switched to that, and now I just do that, and it's fun. I still have no idea what I'm doing, but you know, it's still fun.
I love it. Okay, okay. Chaos.
Hello. Let me be honest, I was trying to like go after Ari, but like I didn't realize I was still muted, so I was spamming my unmute button. It didn't work. So I started playing video games when I actually had awareness. So like, like I actually knew what was going on in the world. When I was like 4, I started playing Super Smash Bros. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that game, like a fighting game for Nintendo. But yeah, I started playing that as my first game on the 64. Surprisingly, it wasn't Super Mario. It was after that. And then my first, I guess, shooter game would be R6 on the GameCube. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rainbow Six, but it's a little like squad game. I'm familiar with like some of the guns, and I think that's when like I started like getting into like FPSs, or yeah, first person shooters. As far as like streaming wise, I didn't start streaming until like somewhat recently, like a year ago now. So, or this is my second year. I'm pretty sure it's about a year ago. It got cut short only because I had to go to like the university at that time, and that was when COVID finally like quote unquote finished, and like people can go in person. So like I had to leave behind my like PlayStation and all that.
Right.
Yeah, so I couldn't like bring it into my dorms, and thank goodness I didn't, because I did not like my dorm mate.
Oh no. That's a podcast in itself.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that's a different story for another time.
Save it for Halloween or horror story podcast.
Oh, true.
Oh god, for real.
For real. But yeah, I streamed a bit before transferring out to my university, and then I finally started streaming and took my console over to my apartment, and that's another story to itself. But I realized like I enjoyed streaming and playing video games with other people on Apex, and I've been stuck on Apex for the longest, and I got into
Ari's
streaming
holding you
because
down,
of
right?
Apex. Oh yeah, starts yelling at me and stuff. Like,
No,
damn,
I don't need
chill.
to scream that shit.
My God.
That's cool.
But yeah, I've been streaming Apex, and I should have been streaming a long time ago, on my console. Thank goodness I don't stream on my console anymore, because earlier you guys talked about like starting out with a black screen, and then like I don't know, it's just you're very limited on console, especially if you don't have like an Elgato or something.
Yeah.
I started out on Xbox too, so I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like for the most part, I'm very thankful for meeting everyone in my journey of like starting out my streams and all that, and finally playing on a PC. But I had to replace some parts so I can stream again. So look out for any updates for that. I'll be back then.
Yeah. Okay, well, very cool. Nice. Well, I'm glad that you guys all decided to start streaming. Free to have you. And speaking of like streaming and content and gaming, what would you guys say, or like what do you feel makes you a content creator versus just a gamer?
That's a good question. When I started streaming, my goal, or sorry, not like it was just like gaming is just I cannot keep my attention span on a game for like a long time. So as far as gaming, like I'll play a game depending on what type of game it is. Like I'll be on Tower Fantasy for like 30 minutes and I'll get bored and like immediately hop to another game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just want to play everything at once. It's weird. Content creation though, I have to be consistent with what I'm doing. So if I make a schedule and I'm streaming, um, say like put out my schedule for Apex, my content creation is gonna be for that. Whenever I upload my content, on my social media, um, I don't really. I try to stream things that are competitive, I guess. Um, when it comes to content creation versus just gaming, I'm just playing other games that I find that are pleasing to me, and I feel like not a lot of people would appreciate. Um, that's at least my opinion.
I like that.
No, I agree because I've played some weird games on stream and everyone's like, "What's this?" And I'm like,
Yes,
"Am I
exactly.
like, and you're gonna watch it?"
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
literally what I do.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think these people want to watch this. Let me just not do this again.
I'm like, well, too bad.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that's where the
No
difference
problem.
comes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's where the difference comes between like content creation too. I think part of it involves like you being a entertainer. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
like I have people who almost only come and watch me when I play Apex, but another game I play a lot is Played Up. And funny enough, like I can hold a decent amount of viewers when I play Played Up, but it's because of the entertaining side of it, of where like I'm running a restaurant, I'm talking to you like if you're actually there at my restaurant,
Cool.
and
Stick around.
I'm
Doesn't mess
yelling
around.
I'm yelling at my coworkers like hurry up and cook some stuff, like clean the floors or something,
Where's
like
the potatoes?
yeah.
Yup.
I've never heard of that game. Oh my god,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna have to look it
god.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
God.
gonna play with me.
Yes,
And I will
yeah.
yell at you, and I don't care.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Morgan's
you
been
ever
yelling
watched-
at me on that game.
Yeah, I
Gordon Ramsay created a game. It's essentially what it is.
I
Oh my god.
Nibru's got it right in chat. He said yes, chef. That's what I'm saying.
Have you ever
So-
watched The Bear?
Yes. Oh, love it.
Dude, that's
me.
all I could think about when people play Played Up.
Yep.
A show that can't decide if it's a drama or a comedy. Yes.
Right.
Which
It's
is
so
great.
good though. But yeah, I think that's like a bigger, like an extra layer of it of like, okay, well I can just game and like literally just zone out and play my game and focus and do what I'm doing, but if I'm gonna be streaming and creating content, then I have to be entertaining and engaging in what I'm doing, even if it's a game that like you would think nobody would want to watch. At the end of the day, like you're building a community and an audience that's there to watch you do something. So you could be doing anything, but as long as you have like your own personality and your twist, like the people who are here to watch you will enjoy it,
Right. I agree.
Any other thoughts on the differences?
Well, I definitely try to like be entertaining as a content creator as well. Like, especially if like, you have those reactions, like for example in Apex where you're like 1v3 or even
Mhm.
1v like 5 or 6.
Oh dang!
like,
I
a
thought you were gonna
third
say
party.
even a 1v2, but you're adding more. I was like-
you get that, you get those like amazing reactions like holy crap he actually like clutched it or like me like yeah like get away from my team like we're so much better or like
yeah.
you do
That
something
chat.
amazing
It's me in Valorant. That's all I do is yell. And I'm like, sorry, not sorry.
Oh my
Like-
god. Valorant's crazy.
Valorant.
It is.
There's some other type of content that you can be making on there, but oh lord.
Yo!
Nothing.
Dude, chill. Come on, Chaos. Why would you say that?
There's enough of that. I'm
That's
fine.
crazy. Where my hug at? Sorry.
No.
You said that a little too naturally. Hold on now.
There's enough horny on Valorant. We need more ragey.
Oh.
We need more. We
Whoa,
need more
whoa, who said
I gotta
that?
balance it out. I gotta balance.
Whoa, who
Not
said
even that
that? Damn.
You guys need
Okay.
more of my sage when I throw up a wall when someone's about to blind and then it just blinds everybody on this side of the wall. That's my team. It's the best.
Love that. It's my favorite.
But yeah, it is. Yeah, so just whatever makes you feel like you are a content creator versus just a gamer. If anybody had any last minute things they wanted to add to that.
Yeah, it's just
Anticipation, like the anticipation you get trying to stream because you're excited to do it and share yourself and stuff like that. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a
Mhm.
big difference.
Very
Yeah.
true.
So some people
That
really
and-
do look at it as a job, and like it is in a way, but like I feel like a lot of people are more like to do this, you know, like I feel like
Right.
that's a difference too.
right. And also, somebody touched on the topic of being like an entertainer. Like that is also, you try to like be. I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just laugh at me, even when I don't try to be funny.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
No,
trust
we're
me.
laughing immediately.
I'm laughing because I'm like, yeah, my chat bullies the heck out of me. Like,
Right.
hello, Miss Milky's sitting right here bullying me yesterday. Like,
Yeah, my cat harasses me too.
What?
My
What?
yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
they used to get to me, but then I look at some of these like bigger content creators, and they literally make a living off being bullied.
That's
Mhm.
crazy.
And I'm like, you look at GB and you just laugh at her because A, she's
Like-
funny, but it's also she's easy to make fun of. So I'm like, okay, now I get it. I get it. So it's
Yeah.
fine, you know. I'm just I got
Tip of
that
the
little
top, man.
GB in me, you know. Like I don't know, it's just you know I used to. Now I'm like, now I bully him back. So you know.
Yeah, Blade, that was a
Bullying's
good
making a comeback.
that was a good one. Tin the Tatman, for sure.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Queso.
Hey,
That's
so
funny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't need to be good
Um,
at the game to be a good streamer, you know.
Yeah.
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 Wait,
Right.
what are you trying to say?
Whoa,
Whoa.
Everybody in
Whoa.
Xzile is
Whoa.
fantastic
Damn.
at the games they play.
I'm a pro played up
GM,
player. I don't
Fred,
know what
other-
you're
yeah,
talking
pros.
about. So it's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
Fair
speaking
enough.
of Exile, if we're gonna transition a little bit, we're gonna do a little before and after. So I'd like to know what your experience was like starting to getting into streaming in the Twitch world without being in an organization. So was getting into an org a goal of yours when you started streaming? And if it wasn't, what was your original goal? And then we'll kind of go from there.
Yes and no. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing in the beginning. I didn't even know any of this existed. And then I finally started like branching out, and I remember I tried to apply to you guys right when I first started, but at the time I just couldn't.
Mhm.
And then that's why I was so excited because I saw you guys throw the stuff back up, and I was like, "Ooh, yes, I want to do this." And then, but at the end of the day, my goal is to join a corp for VTubers. Like, you know, I apply all the time, but it's really hard. Like, you know, you gotta really showcase who you are and stuff. But like, even though I don't get like any answers or any of that, it still pushes me to do better because I'm like, okay, well, if they didn't like that, then I need to do something. You know, like it's like
Yeah.
a personal, almost kind of like a self motivation kind of thing, which I'm awful at. So like that's like my end goal. But in the meantime, I mean, I'm just trying to figure it all out and learn who I am, and it's teaching me a lot about myself, even though, you know, even at my age. So it's like it's just cool, and I'm just was excited to like join because I was like, ooh, I wonder what I can do. Because especially with the Valorant tourneys and Apex and stuff like that, because I really want to get back into that too. So that's just you know, that's just what I was thinking. It's just my general mindset.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. I like that. Is anybody else a streaming goal when they started out to join an org?
Yeah, when I again before I started streaming, like I would always see like these big streamers in like orgs like I don't know, TSM, Bunch of Thieves, NRG. I was like, you know, it'll be cool if I can join one of those. Like it doesn't even have to be like a big org, but like
Phase up. Sorry.
I got the old phase up. But yeah, like phase, like back in the COD days when they were like being talked about, like dang, like there's streamers out there that they talk about, or like competitive players, and I'm just like, I want to be like something like that, but like I want to be just as good or like better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I inspire to like be like, I don't know, like a streamer that's like able to like have fun with their community and know that they're in a safe place to like be around, talk about, joke,
Mm-hmm.
all that good stuff. And a little more on the org stuff, it's like you're representing people and knowing that like you have a team to like, you know, like hang out or talk about like behind the scenes streaming and what goes on in life too.
Right.
So it's really cool meeting everyone and the CEO when she bullies me or whatever, but you know,
Not true.
different story.
Chat.
Yeah.
Can we cut this clip? Cut
Cut it, cut it, cut it. Bleep it, bleep it.
HR?
Producer.
HR?
I'm blinking help.
Oh no.
Okay.
Me personally, honestly, I never thought about like org, like joining an org. The first competitive game that I ever played like that was Overwatch, like shooter, I would say. And I played Overwatch
Nope.
for a while, but like before Apex even. And then I would play it. It was cool. Then I played Apex, and that's when I started streaming because I would see, you know, people post content. That's when I started seeing crazy clips from people. I'm like, oh my god, like maybe I can do this. But I didn't think like joining an org would be like in my, you know, 2024 bingo card because it was just not. I don't know. Like I did get accepted to the Latin Guild, the Twitch Latin Guild, but after seeing people, you know, I could do just more than that. I was like, I think it's time for me to see if I can join one. Like, I think it would be cool because, you know, there's so many different. Whenever I see tournaments on Twitter and stuff, I see people that are, you know, from orgs joining those tournaments, and I was like, oh wow, that's like really cool. I kind of want to be part of that. So yeah, it was not at all my plan to join an org when I started streaming. It came about after. I feel like I guess my passion for streaming grew, and that's when I kind of was like, I want to get more involved, and you know that led to me submitting my little application to you guys. But that was it. Thank you for accepting me. Oh my god.
So
yeah, thank you.
I did not. It was not a goal of mine. I actually thought all orgs were scams. I'm gonna be honest. I just thought they were like some kind of clout farming thing going on here. But my goal when I came back to streaming was I wanted to be TikTok famous, or at least get a couple viral TikToks. But I did manage to do that. But Xzile definitely showed me what an org could look like, and probably should look like, and not like all of the cancel posts I've read on Twitter about orgs.
It's like every day there's a new one of those posts. It's wild. I just like ignore a lot of it, to be honest.
Thank you for saying that, Blade. That's
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah, that was my worry too. I mean, before starting Xzile, I was a part of 2 different organizations. And one of them definitely was more of like that scam that you hear about and like just kind of crashed and burned, and I was just left with like, what? What? How did that happen? Like, I didn't know that all of that was occurring. My bad. And it was kind of scary to like see all of that unfold. And then still I joined another organization, I think because I really liked the idea of like being a part of a group and like having that support system. And then just me personally, I think it also has to do with like my culture of I like being surrounded by people and helping others as well. So I joined that other org, and nothing bad happened with them. They just kind of burnt out and ended abruptly. And that's when I had that like decision to make if I was gonna try to just do my own thing as a content creator, and try to join a different org, or what was like my next plan. And just talking to a lot of people, they were kind of encouraging me to start Xzile. And I think I've said it before, like I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing. I had some experience in like leadership in an organization, and then obviously being a content creator before, but I had the same fear, Blade. Not that I would ever like sit and scam people, but I thought like what can I offer if I started an org? Like what can I actually offer other people that I'm not taking from them, but I'm giving them? And I said, well, maybe there's other like-minded people like me that just want to be a part of a group, a place where like, yeah, I can do my own thing, but I also have this separate place of people that care about competitive gaming, that care about mental health, and just like build kind of from there. And when we started Xzile, it was just a couple of my friends who I just said, okay, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that. Did any of them know what they were gonna do, like what that meant? No. We had to sit down and figure all of that out and teach them. And some of them, grew and like stayed within that position, and then others realized like, hey, this isn't really for me. So now do different things or are just supporters of the org. But it's been a year now, and we've done some really, well, more than a year. And we've done some really cool things and have added some really cool people and met some really awesome friends. And we're at the point where there's a lot of people within the org that weren't just friends of ours and are actually people that just we met in different ways. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't set out thinking that I would ever start an organization, or even with the goal of joining an organization. I think I just really like creating. I really like entertaining. I love that I get to bring my friends along, and now, my whole team up with me. I'm of the mindset of like, if I eat, you eat. So yeah.
I think that's why it's worked so well for you, because you kind of went into it without being like selfish and stuff. You weren't thinking about yourself, you were thinking of others and how you can help. So that's why I think it's grown to be what it is.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
Thank you.
I think you're doing an amazing job. That's very sweet.
Thanks, guys.
I agree too.
Yeah.
No, but
I love it.
Omni made a good point. Like, you'll see like on posts like, orgs like burning down, burnout, or like, scammer gets scammed. But like, it I'm really lucky to meet you and being an amazing org with like amazing staff, content creators, comp players, and in general having good people within the Discord and org. So thank you.
Aw.
Yeah. We're not perfect. Like, there's been things in the past year and a half. I don't want to sit here and say, or like put up a front that, there's been, everything has been smooth sailing. No, there's been a lot. A lot of bumps in the road. There's a lot of like, things that we kind of laugh about now, but I mean, there have been bad apples, and it's just, I think we do our best to do our vetting process beforehand, and then after, once people are in the org, we do our best to try to bring out the best in people, and if they're making mistakes, we try to help them grow from their mistakes, and if they're unable to grow from them, then we have to cut ties and stuff. So it's not like we're perfect. There's definitely been things that have happened, but I like to thank like the whole management and like leadership team, and honestly a lot of people who, if you're just hanging out in Discord and stuff and something comes up, I'm the first one to ask people for their opinions, because I also think like this is not just my home, it's everybody's home. So there's stuff that happens and I'm just like, what do you guys think? What should we do from here? And kind of take the advice of others and obviously my own thoughts into all of it. So I think that that's what also makes it work, is that I might be the CEO and I might have the final say, but I do my best to get the opinions of like everybody in management so that we can make a decision together and not just be me be the end all be all.
Yeah. I think that shows a really good like leadership skill and role that you
Right.
take in everyone's opinion while also like being soft with like, okay, I want to weigh in with everybody, but I do know that I have to make the final decision. Like you don't take that lightly. You're not like selfish with your decision making, if that makes sense.
I like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, did anybody have anything else though they wanted to add about like before joining an org or anything? If not, I was going to move into what appealed to you about Xzile and how has streaming changed or improved for you since joining?
I feel like I'm more consistent now after I joined. I kind of like motivated me after I got accepted. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because I'll beat you up. No, I'm just
Hello? Get her.
I'm blinking.
Somebody send that to HR right now.
No, literally. I'm wearing a pink shirt. If it means I'm in danger.
Oh my God.
That's great. But it did motivate me. I was like, wow, I have something to be consistent more over, other than myself. I feel like it motivated me, kind of like gave me hope. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, wow, like these people kind of see something in me.
Aww.
And that's why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my best with streaming now, and I feel like I'm way more consistent, with my scheduling, content creating and everything. It's definitely lit up a fire under my booty.
I love it.
So yeah, but in a good way.
Yeah, good.
And that's pretty much it for me.
I mean, well, I just started, so.
Chaos? Oh shoot, did I get disconnected?
Oh no, I was just waiting for.
He was ignoring you. He was ignoring you, girl. Like, wow.
No, because I can see my freaking frames are dropped so bad, but I was like, oh god, did my stuff disconnect?
No.
You're good for me. So
can you repeat the question, Miss Milky? I'm not gonna lie, I need the.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, my question was, what appealed to you about Xzile and how has streaming changed or improved for you since joining? And then Chaos, did you want to go?
Oh yeah.
If Soda was done, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm good. No, I'm good. Like I said, I just started, so I gotta, but it's just the motivation bit that's really helping a lot, and just getting to know people. So yeah.
Okay.
Type shit. For me, it definitely like helped me lock in. When like I'm in the right mindset. Definitely like there was like some tough times that I just couldn't like not that I couldn't, it's more so like I didn't have the right energy to stream.
Yeah.
But again, Morbid and Hulk and everyone in the org, like, they're really like supportive and they care about your mental. So it's like I'm really thankful for that. So yeah, when it the org really like helped me like stay locked in and focus and being able to like post stuff. Again, I haven't been able to like post anything recently because, of course, for PC and I still need to fix that. Soon. The last part's coming soon, guys. February 14th. But
I
yeah.
love the date drop too. Little like plug in there. Happy Valentine's, y'all.
Yeah. The love of your life is here, guys.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
He's so humble.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh god. Anyways. Yeah. Overall, the org has helped me like stayed locked in and being able to like represent these good people
I love it.
and be able to collab as well. Yeah.
All right.
Blade or-
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
All those answers are wrong. Yeah, actually, the number one thing I got out of Exile was a super sick banner.
Yeah.
Yo!
Yeah.
I'm still
Type
working
shit.
on
Oh.
Ari and Soda's,
Oh
that's
my
why.
God.
I still gotta
I'm
Oh,
work
you're
so
on
fine.
sorry. I'm so
You're
indecisive.
totally fine.
that.
It's
You
okay,
are
guys.
fine.
Mine still says tournament organizer. School.
and Chaos hates his.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I told you I like it. It's just the ash skin. That's it.
Sorry, Blade, I cut you off.
All right,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Anyways, but yeah, like everybody mentioned, it's the I keep I say it to myself like when I'm thinking about do it, like am I gonna stream today? I'm like, gotta hit quota, gotta get those 30 hours in.
Working
That's usually
9
enough.
to 5. Yeah.
That's usually enough to get me like, all right, might as well stream today, right? Get it done. And what else? I feel like it's nice to have like a community where there's no need to like code switch or hold any part of yourself back. Like you can just openly and
Mhm.
honestly be yourself. Nobody's gonna judge you for it, and if they will, people will have your back.
Mm-hmm.
Yup. I like that.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I judge Chaos a little bit, but.
Okay.
I think we all do.
Okay.
Type shit.
You don't even have to be
Type
here
shit.
long already. Yeah. Okay. Well, Morby, did you want to add anything before I moved on?
No, I just I guess I do want to add something. I mean, I like that everyone's answers about like the motivation and stuff to keep you on track and on what you're doing. I think it's important like as a individual though to find out like what your goals are. Even if it's like number based. I know that sometimes that can be like taboo, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't mention that that's a goal, but like I think that's fair to have a number in mind. Like personally, I've been almost at like 600 but haven't hit it, so it's like, okay, that's a goal I have in mind. Like by the end of the year I want to be at a certain number, and I think that's fair, and it kind of motivates you to like not just stream but figure out what do I need to do to get there. So
Right.
gotta
Something
work on
tangible
my
too.
gotta work on my TikToks, gotta work on my YouTube, gotta work on this and that. So it's not just about like, oh, I have to stream, but all right, I have to be able to produce something from stream to turn it into something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like having other people that are doing content and stuff around you is really helpful. And I know it's like I know Chaos the King is in a content creator and whatever, but like he's a person I go to a lot of the time where I'm like, hey, I want to go trap people in like Watson fences today. Will you get on Apex and just run pubs with me until we do that? And so I like that there's other people in the org that I can go to be like, hey, I want to do this dumb thing on this game.
Please.
Purely for content. Like, I'm not even like, I'm not trying to win the game. I'm not trying to do this or that. Like, I'm literally just trying to get certain clips for whatever. Will you get on the game with me? And 9 times out of 10,
As you're just climbing diamond easily.
Okay.
I see you, girl. Yeah, I'm not here to win. Almost spread. Yeah, okay.
No, almost spread is crazy. But like having that too is like really helpful to be able to turn to someone and say, I just need to do this dumb silly thing, can we go do it please for like an hour and see if we can get it, is really nice. And I don't know how much like you guys use that to your advantage, but I think it's definitely like huge to be able to turn to people and like use that, see who's around, see who's down.
Yeah, I like that too.
Right. Me too. Okay. Just to kind of go off of what Chaos said earlier about burning out, or having your times where you're just not feeling it. When you do start to feel burnt out on streaming or games, what are ways that you guys take care of yourself, or do you consider like your best bounce back tools?
That's a good one. When I feel burnt out, I honestly just try to do like play games that I don't usually play on stream. I know that I said earlier, like, oh, like if, because the thing is, like, what burns me out is like the competitiveness of the games that I play.
Mm-hmm.
So like I try to play games that are not like competitive per se, or that are more like RPG based, I would say. I do also try to take time away from streaming and not stream as much. Like if I stream 4 days, I'll probably stream like 3 or 2 days, and just like I just feel like paying attention to your mental health is important.
Yeah.
And it's very, the burnout is gonna hurt my content creation, my energy when I stream, because it's happened before. I feel very unmotivated, I'm burnt out, and I just don't want to do anything. But I'm like, oh my god, like I have to do something though. Like I can't just like like not stream. There have been times where I'm like, you guys, like I'm not streaming this week. Like I'm sorry, I just I'm going through a lot.
Right.
But I try to pick up and not let that take over, even though that there are times that it does really bad. But it's just a matter of mind over matter, and I try to think of the good that I can get out of a stream, rather than like maybe I'll something good will happen, or like I'll get like cool clips that I can just upload to like my TikTok or something, or it's just things like that. It's hard, but it's not impossible to get out of that burnt out, or that burnout. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
pretty much
I
it
like
for
to
me.
sleep and binge watch a new show I haven't seen.
Love that.
Yeah. Your little rot set.
Yeah, the one I'm watching currently is Suits. Really good.
Oh, I just
So good.
re-binge watched that.
It's
Oh.
so good. I was watching half of it anyways through TikTok clips, and I'm like, I gotta watch this show. So I just started watching it, and I'm like, damn, this is actually really good. So I've just been doing that when I need like I'll watch like 2 or 3 episodes at a time when I just need to like breathe or whatever. Because if I think about anything that has to do with streaming, if I'm like burnt out, I hate it. Even like I'll start hating it, so I just have to completely ignore it and just be like, the world doesn't exist, just the show, and then I'll just watch it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I care.
Settle in your comforts.
Yeah, otherwise I will literally go crazy. So that's what I do.
Nice.
Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, I usually just try not to play like competitive games, like, or like just I don't know, games that are similar to like COD Zombies or something, where you just mindlessly like just
Spray
doing one thing. Yeah, spray and pray. are doing goofy games like Plate of or Lethal Company, like games like that.
Goofy.
It is. Home Party is really goofy. Oh my gosh. Gotta play that game one day, community day or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when my PC is fixed, of course. But
He's like, wait for me.
yeah, wait for me, please. But yeah, I just try to like do other things that are outside of what I normally do, or just like go out for walks or something.
Right.
Like I don't know, play with my dog, like my husky. But yeah.
Kitty. I just sniff his belly. That's what I do.
Blade, any thoughts?
Um, for me, when I feel burnt out, I like to go crack open a book, or I've only done this once, but I remember I was having a really bad time, and I was like, maybe if I went and looked at somebody else's perspective. So I just found a random streamer and I watched them. I'm like, okay, so they're able to play this game and enjoy it, and I play this game and I'm miserable. Like, what's the difference?
Right.
And I try to figure it out, and then it usually just comes down to they don't like blame themselves when they do poorly. Like, oh man, we lost that comp game. All right, well, go next.
Yep. Yeah, like that change of perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge on like anything that you're going through. Just trying to change your perspective on the way you're looking at the issue.
Yeah.
Mine's different because I don't now since like starting the org, I think I get more burnt out with like org stuff I have to do. And it can be different things like holding meetings or having to do like all the graphics and stuff, and like all the prep for our tournaments. Sometimes I can get pretty burnt out with that. So for me, I guess it's like like streaming, but not necessarily streaming for content. So I'll stream to just sit and talk to whoever's coming into my chat and, maybe play something like Played Up solo where I just can be mindless playing the game and talking to whoever's around watching. Kind of helps me. But also just like doing my skincare, drinking a lot of water is really helpful. Yeah.
I like it. I'm glad you guys are taking care of yourself. Figuring out what works best for you is always important. It's hard sometimes. All right. If we're done there, we're gonna move on, kind of wrapping it up. Just a couple more questions. This is more future stuff. So one of them is, what advice would you give someone looking to become a CC today, especially if their goal is to join an org?
Oh, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
What advice would you give someone looking to become a CC, especially if their goal is to join an org?
And that really helps a lot. Because like if you end up being consistent with something and you just you keep at it, it's easier to get over like the humps that come with content creation and stuff like that, as opposed to like, because I know a lot of people who like start and then they just stop and then they don't know how to get over it and stuff because they keep doing it in like spurts. And like if you just stay consistent, you don't have to overdo it. Like you can do it in small quantities, but if you're just like consistent with it, it's a lot easier in the long run, especially like when you have like certain goals at the end. That's what I would say.
I would
Like
say definitely prioritize short form content. Like if you streamed like 100 hours in the month, or instead made like 10 YouTube shorts, like one is definitely better for your growth.
Right.
on top of that, I think like having like not even a schedule, but like I would say try to stream at the same time. Like if you stream at like 7 p.m., like try to maintain that so people know when to find you. And then the last one is like the hardest part is like build a brand. Like make
Mhm.
something about you recognizable to other people, and then you
Right.
go from there.
Uh,
Good
I'm gonna,
advice.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that because my advice would be be authentic. Like
Mhm.
you, nobody else knows you like you know yourself.
Mhm.
And I feel
Mhm.
like finding your brand and what you like and what you like aesthetically, what was aesthetically pleasing for you. I feel like that goes a long way rather than trying to be like other streamers.
Yeah.
Like you can admire someone, like for example, like there could be a streamer that I'm like, oh my god, I love how she streams, I like her content, I like, but I can't be like her. I have to be like myself, and I have to be
There is no other
authentic at the
you.
end. Right, exactly. There's
Yeah.
no other me. There's no other. Nobody else can do me but me.
Yeah.
So I feel like often being authentic and just finding your brand goes a long way. Um, because at the end of the day, everybody's gonna like who you are as long as you're like yourself.
And if they
Mhm.
don't like you, they can make way for the people who do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I love
Like
it.
I don't
Yeah.
need you. I don't need you if
Mhm.
you don't like me. Thank you. On
Uh-huh.
to the next. Like it's that easy.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely like do what you feel more comfortable with. Like also make sure you're just being you. Who cares what other people think? Unless you're, obviously doing something wrong, like being a bad person, then okay. Maybe take a step back and figure that out. But uh yeah, it like it this is when you're streaming because it's your stream. Like don't let people like make you change the way you do things unless it's for, help,
Right.
improvement.
Mhm.
Um yeah, you you get to pick who you want to play with. Don't let people like force that upon you where like you have to play with them. Like
Mhm.
no, it's
I follow
whatever
you
you're
though.
comfortable with. Hello.
Yeah. I'm chatting though
Okay.
right now, so.
I will leave.
Well, like
Okay.
what I'm saying, okay, like stranger danger, like
Oh
or people that
my
make you uncomfy, okay, like I'm always down to play with you guys. Like
Just
Roy,
can't
we're
help.
being your chat.
we're being the chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, I was
I'm
We're
joking.
being the
confused.
stranger. Oh.
Okay, whatever.
I love it.
Anyway.
I also want to say, like, I think that it's also okay for people to like test out different things throughout their journey.
Mhm.
It's always good to experiment with different things that you may like, or maybe maybe this will work, maybe that will work. Like, always try to experiment and never be afraid of. Because at the end of the day, like, this is everybody's first, you know, rodeo. Like, everybody, you haven't streamed or been a content creator before in your life, but now.
Mhm.
So I feel like at the end of the day, the more you experiment, the closer you are to finding your formula for
Yeah.
your
I would add
brand.
to that: experiment whatever you want. Don't play League of Legends.
Please.
Except that.
Lord.
That's funny.
I
Yeah.
downloaded it the other day. I'm like, I'm close to it.
Okay, so
Oh.
everyone keep an extra eye on Soda. Make sure you check
Yeah,
in on
check
her.
in.
She might be. Yeah, this might be the
Yeah.
time to
Same
make her a little
here.
casserole. Check in. Lord.
Yeah,
That's it for me.
I think I have like two perspectives on the conversation. As a content creator and then as like a org owner. As a content creator, I also think it's like good to say, like, especially for women. I mean, I'm sure it happens for men too. But within like the streaming space for women, a lot of the times you're sexualized. And your chat comes in and is like wants you to look a certain way or to do a certain thing. Like the amount of times I've been asked to like dance from a random person that just comes into my stream is crazy. And
What
it's
the
like, yeah, and I asked my guy friends, like, has anyone ever come into your stream and asked you to dance? And they're like, no. And I was like, well, I happen to be wearing a friggin' tank top that day, so maybe that's why they were asking me to dance. I don't know.
Oh,
But, like, you know, like, that's been my. I've been streaming for maybe 3 years, almost 4 years now. And some of my older friends can tell you, like, there was a part of my streaming career where like almost all my clips and all my TikToks or all my content was like very sexualized, and I think it was because of the way like my audience was acting and like what they thought was funny and the things that they were bringing to the conversation. And there was a point where I gave them too much power. Like Chaos was kind of saying, like, you know, if someone came in and wanted to play, like I played with them, or if they were saying something in my chat, I was never rude. I would just go along with it. And so I allowed the chat to kind of steer my stream versus me doing it myself. And there had to come a point where I put my foot down and decided, like, no, this is my space. I get to do what I want with it, and I shouldn't feel guilty about that.
Right.
But it's normal to, especially like for some people, like me personally, I'm not a super like assertive person. Like I definitely have leadership skills, obviously, like we've talked about all of that, but I'm not super assertive and like vocal about things. And so that was something I had to learn, especially in content creation or streaming. Like it's a strange relationship between you and your viewers. Some of them become actual like lifelong friends, and then some of them are just people that you see when you stream, you know. And so you don't owe them anything. And so that's a huge like piece of advice I would give, especially to like women. Like don't feel like you have to dress a certain way. Like a lot of people will say like, oh, grow your stream, like if you just, you know, show a little bit of more skin or do whatever. Like that was advice I got at the very beginning, and like that was crazy that was, you know, something told to us. But it's true, people say it and people show up if you do that. And I mean, that's fine too if that's what you want for your stream, but know that, you know, there's consequences for that as well. So yeah, as a sorry, go ahead.
There's a lot of VTubers who were IRL streamers who became VTubers because they were just exhausted of that, like of what you're talking about, and they were like, they were just tired of being sexualized and, you know, stuff. Now, as opposed to being sexualized personally, it's just the model, but it's like different as opposed to, you know, someone telling you to your actual face, oh, you should dance. Like that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Sorry.
That is weird.
That is so odd.
Yeah.
People are
I just
weirdos.
don't, you know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's just, you know, it sounds like a first time
can you hit the
chatter.
gritty real quick?
They say some weird shit, not gonna lie. But like the amount of the big streamers too, they're like, we were just sick of it. So they just ended up becoming VTubers because then they could separate that. So like you're incredibly strong for you know, sticking to it and you know, putting out your boundaries and stuff like that, and just telling people, you know, no, just no.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah.
I think,
It's
and
really cool.
I have the like balance, right, of both, where there are a lot of times where I do stream with a camera, and then a lot of times where I'm just, you know, a little PNG. It just kind of depends on like my mental of how I'm feeling that day, whether or not I want to deal with people telling me stuff. But there was a time too where like after that, like I never wore tank tops on stream. I was like, no, I'm just wearing t-shirts, I'm just wearing hoodies, and not doing my makeup because I wanted to like get away from that audience I had built. And then now I feel like I'm at a better place where like I'll just wear whatever. Like I don't care. If someone has something to say about it, there's so many people in my chat that will either delete it before I even see it, or, you know, we'll laugh about it later, kind of thing. So yeah, just make sure you build like a safe space for yourself. It is your channel at the end of the day. And then as like a org owner, I would say some advice, like if you wanted to join an organization, it's crazy to like, I'm gonna like talk a little bit about how, you know, we were a lot smaller, and we were looking for people who could be like consistent, right? Like we wanted people who would stream and post content, and that's what we were looking for. And I think we've kind of gotten to the point now where we're looking for a little bit more than just that. And for me, what stands out, what makes you like a little bit more, is that you have a brand. And that doesn't necessarily mean that like you have all these logos or all these emotes or merch or like no. That's not the brand I'm looking for. The brand is like you. I'm looking at you and your personality, and like I can look at you and I clearly know what your stream is about and who you are and like what you bring to the table. And if I can't sit here and say, without like super reading your bios, like more so just like watching you, if I can't sit here and say like, oh yeah, they're a variety content creator who will bring a lot of like silliness and goofiness to their competitive games, or you are a person who is extremely like competitive and pushing the boundaries within your game, but then also being like extremely entertaining and engaging with your chat. Like if I can't say certain things about you and your brand, then for me it's like, okay, well, that's the extra step I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who already knows like who they are, what their stream is, what their audience is looking for, and is also consistent with streaming, consistent on posting on other social media platforms. So I think that's huge that we've kind of gotten to that point where it's not just about, you know, can someone make the minimum, but is someone an entertainer already? Have they already done this? So like, I don't mean to like put anyone down in any kind of way, but by saying like, maybe you're not an entertainer, but maybe you're not there yet, right? Take some more time. And like Soda said, like, you know, she's applied to several different VTuber places and hasn't like gotten in, but she hasn't given up, you know? That's a goal of hers. And they might not have.
I refuse to give up. My side is like, you keep going. Okay. That's literally, it's just the, you know.
As
Yep.
you should. As
Yep.
you should. I
Yeah.
believe you,
Rebecca never
girl.
what?
Yep. And like that idea of, you know, maybe they haven't seen that special thing in you, but we were able to see that like special thing in you, and hopefully in the future they see it too. But also to sit here and say like, just because I might not see it for Xzile, maybe somebody else will see it. You know, there's other great organizations out there as well, and maybe you'll be a better fit for them, and stuff. So I mean, I don't know. That's just, I think we're at the point where like I'm looking for people who know who they are, what their streams are about, what their audience is about. But that's not something like I necessarily put on paper. You know what I mean? Like I feel like sometimes there's like a line between like, I don't want to sit here and say that to someone and hurt someone's feelings, but there is a difference between someone who is a streamer and someone who's a content creator. So
yeah.
I loved all of that.
Yeah, I think all of you in your own spaces are like super entertaining, and I think that you each have different things that you bring to the table, like for your own content and stuff. And you know, we're not like all copy and paste, right? Like, and we play different games, or maybe we play the same games, but someone watching me play a certain game and someone watching like, you know, Blade play a certain game, it's gonna be different the way we interact and the way we talk and entertain our chat. But because we're so unique and we have something that we bring to the table that we stay true to, I think that's what makes you stand out as a content creator.
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
Agree.
You know, my favorite thing is when someone comes into my chat and they're like, "Well, that's not what I expected to hear," and I'm like, "Damn straight it wasn't. That's what I like to hear." Like, everyone's always so surprised, and I'm like, "Get used to it." So, like, that's what I like. So it's cool. I like that. But I also like that I can go into someone else's stream and be like, "Oh, they're so chill. I love this." So it's like, I think
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
great. I love that.
That's great. Awesome. Okay, well, just to wrap up, one last question I had was, do you guys have any exciting 2025 content or streaming plans that you would like to share? This is kind of your plug it all in now. Camera A, camera B.
I want to focus more on my music, so I'm trying to. I want to do more YouTube, like short streams, because the meta for the karaoke and stuff like that works a lot better on that platform.
Mm.
So I'm trying to. I mean, I'm still gonna be playing games and stuff, but I really wanna focus on my singing and maybe release a few covers and stuff. It's just a really big pain in the butt, but that's what I'm gonna be trying to do this year, anyways.
I like it.
On
We'll keep a
that.
lookout then.
You know, you can reach out to one of our other content creators
I was
who's not
just
here.
Yeah.
They took Rohit. Rohit is also
Yeah, so
yep, a musician.
Yeah.
So, you know, both
Yeah.
of you making music and stuff. And to be clear too, like, we definitely started off with the mindset of like, oh, our content creators should be gamers. Like, it doesn't make sense if they're not gamers. But I think we've gotten also to the point where like, hey, why would we exclude someone who's not a gamer? Like, why not give them a chance to see if we can build a community around that as well and help you grow, and you know, vice versa. So I love that. You know, of course, make your music. We would love to promote it and show it and share it, and all that good stuff. So W, I'm excited.
That's exciting. I wanna I'm between either doing a PNG or VTubing. So I'm like in the process of figuring out how I want to make my little model look. That is one of the things. I also wanna be more part of tournaments. Maybe one or two, maybe three, I don't know. I was not part of any tournament last year. There were a few opportunities that came, but I don't know. I was like nervous because the very first tournament I was in, like the person that I was, one of the people that I was with, kind of like left.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Aw.
He threw, and then on top of throwing, he was just like, "Oh, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore." And then he just leaves, and I was like, "Like that's crazy." Like, there were like out of the 6 matches, 2 of them we just did not have anyone.
Wow.
And then I ended up calling like one of my friends, and he came for the last match, but it was like not a good experience for me. And then after that, I was like, oh my god, like, do I want to do a tournament and with people that I don't know? But then
Who was it? Dox him.
No,
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 I'm just joking.
no.
Imagine. Like I post like their address, like I found their VPN and everything.
She-Hulk's having a heart attack watching the podcast right now. Like, no.
Let it cook.
No.
No, it was bad. But then I saw some other people that were part of those tournaments. I'm like, oh, let me see these streamers. And then they were having so much fun, and I'm like, damn, like that could have been me. Like I could have probably been having fun if I didn't, you know, let that bad experience, you know,
Yeah.
like take over. So this year, I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna be part of a tournament this year, even if it's one. I just want to do a tournament. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I want to be part of tournaments. I want to work more on, you know, like my stream, like not my setup. I would say like my transitions. There's a few that I want to like recreate. And I do wanna. I wanna make a song, or at least a cover of a song, one of the two. So That'll be nice. I
Love
haven't announced
that.
this. This is my first time talking about it, but I want to either do a cover or just write a song and do it. But it'll most likely be a cover. There's a song that I really, really want to do, but that'll
Yeah.
be later on. But yeah, I really, really am excited for those things.
That is
to
super
come.
exciting. Well, you know, if you
Mhm.
have VTuber questions, you can always talk to Blade or Soda.
Yes.
I'm sure they have plenty of do's and don'ts and some
Yes.
advice they could give for that.
I have
And-
one.
I
Don't
need
ever ask
advice.
me about sounds because I can't help you with shit when it comes to that. So
I promise
otherwise,
you
I
I won't.
gotcha.
I got a couple of good artists if you want somebody.
Yo, let's go.
I would love that. Yeah, because it's just I don't really know about it, but like PNG tubers are so cute. And there's like I started streaming with a face cam,
Hmm.
and then I would do my makeup every single time to stream, and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like doing my makeup every time before stream, like I'm a perfectionist, and like by the time I was done, I'm like, oh my god, I have to stream, and then like it's like a lot of, I guess, work to do
Yep.
your makeup. I take like, my god, probably 2
It's
hours.
exhausting.
A little bit more.
I got
Yeah.
down to
Exhausting.
15 minutes.
Yeah, no, I like to.
I can actually beat. It takes me
beat
one.
I beat my
Mascara.
face. Please.
Yeah.
Mascara, lip balm. Let's go.
Literally, Burt's
Um,
Bees, just good to
Carmex.
go.
Yeah.
A little bit
this
of
tinted?
Carmex. Please.
Oh my god. I'm dying.
Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, I started as a cam streamer, and like I just did not. There's times that I just did not. I wasn't in a good mood, and I'm like, I don't want to show my face today. Like I don't want to do my makeup. And then
Somebody
like,
comes in. Why do you look so tired today?
oh
Are you
my
tired?"
god, stop!
Bro.
I'm like,
Hey, can you dance real quick?
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
god, imagine. Banned. Like,
yeah.
immediately.
I think it's
I ca-
good to like find a happy middle ground too. Like at first I was like, oh, I have to stick to one or the other. Like no
Mhm.
one's gonna come around if I do both. But again, if you're
Right.
if you're consistently doing both, it's kind of like that's what they're used to. Like they're gonna either get you
Right.
or they're gonna get camera you. So it's just
Right.
I
They'll
do
get
both,
camera
and it's fine.
flare. Yeah, I was thinking because for horror games, since a lot of my viewers, like, you know, they enjoy me suffering in horror games. I was like, well, for
Reaction.
horror games, yeah, exactly. I was like, for horror games, I can do cam, and then for regular streams, I can just use my PNG or my VTuber, whichever
Yeah.
one I go with. But yeah.
My VTubing
That's-
would not be serious. I would be the doctor scientist from Nightmare Before Christmas, the dude in the wheelchair. Like that, yeah. People would hate it.
That's funny. But yeah, those are my plans.
We had a good question in chat. Where's Exile's version of American Idol? Because we're at that point.
Community night karaoke. Hello.
We might have to
No
do
one
it.
has
Oh my
suggested.
God. Oh, that's
We might
Oh.
have to do a karaoke community night. Is what I'm getting at.
The really cool thing about the karaoke is that somebody just released not necessarily a program, I'm pretty sure it's like plugins and stuff for like OBS, where if you wanted to do karaoke with someone not next to you, you can now without any kind of lag or latency.
That is so
Oh.
cool.
Yeah, it's really
Oh,
cool. Like
duets.
a lot of big
Yeah.
YouTubers have been using it, and there's no delay at all. And their like ping
That's
difference
cool.
is crazy wild. So
Wow.
I have it saved, but yeah, it's really neat. So that's a probability, like a possibility now for people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I
I
like
like
it.
it.
And then sorry, I'm just going back to Ari with the tournament, like all the things that you were kind of listing. Like tournament wise, we can send you Discord stuff where people do tournaments, and then if it's Apex related, you can always ask any of us. Some of us will be more willing to play in
Okay.
Apex tournaments, but yeah, there's a handful
Right.
of people. And then if it's like Valorant or Overwatch
Mhm.
related, there might be a couple of people who would be interested.
Not
Mine
to
would
brag, but
most
I did
likely
win
be
a Valorant
Apex.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, slay! That's awesome.
Yeah.
I most likely would be in Apex tournaments.
Yeah. Awesome.
There's
So
a
that'll be cool.
there's a duo tournament tomorrow if you'd like to do it.
Really?
Yeah. You and me.
You both were playing yesterday.
Wink,
Why didn't you
wink.
talk about this?
Well, bro, why didn't you tell me this after?
Yeah,
Like,
why
oh
didn't
my
you
I
God,
didn't know
like,
you wanted to
chaos,
play
like,
tournaments. See? I'm gonna yell at chat. Oh,
like he wants to tell me this like an hour before the tournament starts. Like,
it's
Yeah,
oh my
there's
God.
tomorrow.
still open spots if you
I
wanted
have to
to.
see because I already
I
planned
don't.
with my friends to play
Oh,
Lethal. That's why I'm like, oh my God.
oh.
But we can see times, so we can talk about that after the podcast, honey.
Wait,
Yeah,
Play-
Chaos,
play
thanks for
Lethal
trying to take
after.
over. What the heck? This isn't about
What did I
Oh my God.
do?
Oh my God.
Just joking.
Oh my God. But if not tomorrow, there has to be another one, and we can be in.
Oh yeah, of course. It
Mhm.
Doll does duo tournaments like every month, I think. Or
Yep.
yeah, every month, and then
That's
Random
cool.
Royales as well.
That'd be cool.
So yeah.
That would be cool, yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to share about their content or streaming? Any plans or goals they got going on?
Well, for me, you know, my situation, of course. But when I come back, I definitely want to like, I want to be more engaging with my community in terms of like, you know, doing more community nights or like being able to play like new games with the community besides
Mhm.
Apex because of course Apex right now is in like a tough position and not that like I'm switching out of Apex but more so like I do want to play other games besides it right now.
Right.
It's still gonna be my main game, but yeah, I definitely want to be like more interactive. Definitely want to improve my streams wherever I can and get back in the groove of being consistent and I guess somewhat in actual schedule, but not so much. Like I think Blade said it earlier, where like being in a somewhat consistent time, people will know where to find you instead
Mhm.
of me like being jumping around. Now that like I have a somewhat decent schedule now with work and all that,
It's a good
but
goal.
yeah, overall, I just want to improve my stream.
I like it. All right. Final roll call. Does anybody have anything else they wanted to share?
I may or may not have a model coming up.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, I won't be a little PNG anymore. My titties don't jiggle
Oh.
more than the women,
Oh.
Sorry. And my waist will be sluttier.
Okay, Rev, be
You're-
snatched.
You heard it here first.
Do we have a date? Do we have a release?
I don't have any details for you. Maybe in 2 months.
2 months? Okay.
Someone's gonna come in the chat and say, "Can you dance?"
Can you dance? Yeah. Bands to make a dance.
There's
Please.
That's awesome. Okay, well, cool. Morbid, do you have anything that you can share behind the scenes coming up?
For me personally, not really. Just, sticking to what I do, posting hopefully maybe more content. I would like to do YouTube, but I don't even want to that's like a big maybe since we're trying to do a lot more with the org. I don't know if I'll be able to spend time doing YouTube for myself, but I know org wise, we have a Valorant tournament coming up in January. We'll be doing a Valorant tournament on the 25th. But it is invitational only right now. So we will have 4 teams coming in and doing a really awesome tournament that Nibiru is hosting for us. Our main WNibs. Our main stream will be here on Xzile, and we'll have Yoshi and Erdzims casting that event, the main event, and then we'll have a second stream going on Soda's channel, where she will be casting with Rohit, and they will be running the second stream for the second lobby. So we're really excited. That's another fun thing that we've kind of brought more into Xzile as well, is where when we run tournaments and we need a second lobby, we try to get some of our content creators to run the lobby and cast the event. And if they don't feel comfortable, we always try to make sure to get them a partner or someone who might be able to help them in hosting the second lobby. But it's been a lot of fun, you know, seeing our content creators get involved in that. So we have that coming up, and we are upping the production of our tournaments as well, which is huge because there was very little production stuff. Like, production wise, it was very minimal before, and people had made comments about it, but like not in a negative way, just like, oh, I thought you guys would be doing this. And we took note of that, and now starting in the new year, we're ready to take on that extra step of learning and growing. And so we're really excited for the mainstream. At least for now, we will have upped the production value. Maybe in the future we'll be adding that to our second and third streams, but for now we're focusing on upping our production for the mainstream. Let's see, for Xzile we have a couple of things going on too. This week we'll have Miss Milky doing a Hot One stream where she'll be making wings and eating.
I'm going to a hot sauce shop on Sunday, actually tomorrow, with my sister.
So take some
Take
out.
some pictures. Yeah.
Yep. Love it. So we're really excited to have Miss Milky doing that. I will likely be joining her and hanging out and asking some questions while she's eating her hot wings, to, you know, intensify it a little bit. So if you have any questions for Miss Milky, DM them to me and I will ask her about them.
Yes,
so
please do.
we're excited about that, and we still have 2 other streams that we haven't put on the schedule yet. But there's an argumentative stream with Flop, where you can come and argue with him about anything, preferably a silly, goofy topic.
I have the perfect one.
Love it. And then we also have Avery. Fave Ave still needs to come and play some Overwatch. So we're excited to have her doing that.
We don't know if she's excited, but we are excited.
You know, she probably isn't that excited, but she's been playing Rivals, so she's got a little bit more of a concept, I think. Before, she had no idea of what that was going to look like, so
she's going to crush it.
Yeah. And we have our community night will be happening, I believe on the 17th. So next Friday we'll be having a community night where you guys can vote if we play First Class Trouble or Among Us. First Class Trouble I think is only 8 players, and then Among Us can obviously be a lot more players, and then if we do mods and stuff too, there's more stuff we can do with that. But yeah, stay tuned in the Discord to see if so you can vote to see what we're gonna play. And then we're also gonna have girls' nights. I don't remember the dates. Let me pull that up. We're gonna have girls' night where we're going to do some Pinterest vision boards of what our vision is for the upcoming year. So we are really excited about that. Come hang out with us. And again, you don't have to be a girl to be at girls' night. This is just, you know, an extra thing we do to make sure that women feel safe and comfortable in this environment. But that is going to be January 29th. So still a bit away for girls' night, but that's going to be fun.
Wait, were we making them all together, or were we supposed to come and like share one that we made already?
Probably make them together and just hang out.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we can share them at the end when we're done.
Okay.
Or if someone doesn't have too much time, they can make it beforehand and then.
I did get really excited and I made one already, so that's why I wanted to clarify because I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think she's saying we do this as a team project. Oops.
You're good. You're good. You can just come and hang out with us then.
I'm gonna make 2. You guys get double vision.
Double vision. Got it.
The backup plan.
Yeah. Nobody likes this one. We'll go to this one.
Yeah. But yeah, if there are any questions that chat has for our content creators, you can put it in chat real quick and let us know, and we'll answer any of your questions as long as it's appropriate. And then I guess I'll send it back to our content creators. Is there anything that you guys want to ask each other, or have anything on your mind that you want to ask me or Miss Milky? We can talk about.
So, oh my god, when are we gonna do a lethal night?
Lethal Company night. We can put that on the board.
Yes.
We can look at what we have available. It'll probably be a weekday if we. So our weekends get pretty filled up, but yeah, it's been too long. Yeah, we haven't played Lethal Company in a long time. So awesome. We'll put that on the board. Anyone else got any questions for us?
If it's for me, save it.
Hello?
It has to be saved for the wings. Don't ask me now.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn.
No, I just you're not allowed to ask me anything. No, I just save it for the wings.
Damn. Nibiru has a question. Okay, let's see. While I get the raid stuff ready. How do we feel about Jeff?
The little shark. He's cute. He's annoying.
How do you know my boyfriend?
Oh.
Blade, any thoughts?
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Oh no! Not Jeff.
You flinched at that?
Yes.
You're definitely a Marvel Rivals player.
Oh my god. I don't mind Jeff. I cannot be trusted with Jeff. The chaotic person in me cannot not swallow my own teammates up and throw them off the map. I just cannot not do it, you know? I have to cause chaos to everybody, so don't let me play Jeff. I will throw the game on purpose and I don't care. Yeah, the soundboard did go off. Yep. Frankie that fish. He's a shark. Put some respect.
I hear still is this.
Oh my god, stop. It feels good when it's from me that it's coming from. But when it's me that it's happening to,
It's
it's
not
a different story.
good.
You know?
All right. Well, I want to thank all of you guys for showing up and doing the podcast with us. This is really awesome. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Grande. Oh my god.
I love it.
But thank you again, everyone. I'm gonna go to a different call to wrap up the stream and stuff and send over a raid. But I appreciate every single one of you. You guys did amazing.
Wait,
Thanks
thank you.
for
Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
Oh my god, this
Yeah.
is so much fun.
It made me so happy
Yeah,
when you guys
no.
said yes to doing it. I was like, okay, this would be so embarrassing if everybody said no.
I'll yap about literally anything. If you
Yeah.
invite me, I'll be there.
Honestly, it's totally.
Love it. All right, thank you guys. I'll talk to you later. All right, I left so quick. I did not mean to leave so quick. Hello, those don't work. Those don't work. I need to get rid of those. Nibs, you're not getting your money back. I don't care. No, you're that's not fair. You can give yourself your money back. Alright. Oh, this has my stuff on it. Alright, so we're gonna be ending stream, wrapping up stream. We had such an amazing set of friends who came out to stream and hang out with everybody. Again, if you guys are interested in following any of their journeys, you definitely should. We have Ari Dulce, who is a variety streamer, plays a lot of Apex and other like Pokemon games, and is very chill. He's very entertaining, very welcoming, fun to come and sit and chat with. Definitely one of your like friendly neighborhood streamers, who also occasionally has some rage moments, but it's really entertaining and fun. Then you have Chaos Ux, Roy, who currently is not able to stream because of his PC setup, but he will be back in February and ready to grind. He is primarily an Apex streamer. He grinds competitive Apex and rank on Apex. He is super entertaining. He's I don't know how to put this. He is very, very flirty with his chat, and it's a lot of fun and really entertaining. He's a great guy to be around, and just likes to have like a really fun, goofy time, even though he is actively trying to get better at the game and rank up, consistently hitting masters and always pushing for that. So if you ever want to go spend some time with him, you definitely should. And then we have Omniblade, who is a content creator for us as well. He is now transitioned to only streaming Marvel Rivals, but has a lot of knowledge on Valorant and Overwatch as well. So if you ever wanted to ask questions to him about those games, I'm sure he'll sit down and yap your ear off about it. But he is pushing competitive Marvel Rivals right now, pushing rank, trying to get better at that game. So if you're interested in Rivals content, go stop by Blade's stream. He's amazing. We also had Soda, who is here with us today, who is a Valorant streamer, but I guess also, I don't know if the word is variety, but she's a Valorant streamer who also does karaoke and often sings and does, all of that on her stream. So if you're interested in a very, very also chaotic, fun, silly, goofy, off the rockers like type of vibe, she is very entertaining as well, and will definitely say some things that you're not expecting, but she's very fun and fun loving, so go enjoy her stream. Miss Milky was here. She's our content creator manager, but she also streams. So if you want to go watch her streams, she does a variety of games, mostly switches between like Apex, Overwatch. Hopefully she'll be playing some Rivals soon, maybe. And she's really entertaining as well. Does her cooking streams that are super fun, that I know a lot of you would love to see more of. But yeah, she's awesome. Does amazing TikTok content as well, if you're ever interested in that. Yeah, I know the cooking streams take a lot, but you're amazing. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? No. Oh, myself. Hello, Morbid Mind. I play Apex and other FPS games like Rivals and cozy games like Played Up. So if you ever want to come check me out, you can come vibe with me as well. I have a very chaotic vibe to my life. But it's fun. We vibe. We are gonna send a raid over to Crystalicious. He is playing some Rivals right now. I appreciate all of you for hanging out and vibing with us on the stream. We have a lot going on in Xzile. We run a tournament once every month. So if you're interested in that, definitely come by the Discord and show us some love. We do movie nights, girls' nights, community nights, and then just overall, we just hang out and vibe a lot in stream. So definitely come hang out. If you're ever interested in joining Xzile, you can always message us about it. We might not be always 100% looking, but if we think that you're a good fit and, you know, really vibe with you, we'll definitely see what we can get going. We're looking for tournament mods. That's something for sure we need for our tournaments. Just some help with running our events and stuff. So if you're interested in being a tournament mod, come hang out. But yeah, let's get this raid started. For Chris, go send him some love. He's awesome. And a great friend and supporter of Xzile. We love him. You all have a good night. And we'll see you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.